All right, welcome to another tutorial video. Here we're going to feature probably our most popular benefit is being matched as a podcast guest to a podcaster or vice versa for a podcaster looking to book a guest on their show. So two quick examples. Let's look at Richard Newhouse as a show host. He's the host of the Visionaries Influencers podcast. He's also a Rockstar member, which is our paid level. We have a free or a paid level. And then let's look at Nick Simpson. He's an expert and he's a show guest. So he doesn't have a podcast. He's looking to be a guest on a podcast. And he happens to be a Rising Star, which is our free membership option. So let's start with Richard Newhouse as a Rockstar podcaster. And he would simply go to his dashboard once he's logged in and click here on any of these links right here. Will send him to submit a podcast guest request. And then that'll direct you to the form. It's going to auto-populate your name, your contact information, and so forth. All you need to select is who you're getting matched to. Now, this is where a lot of members do get confused for some reason, is if I'm a podcaster, I want to get matched to a guest. And if I'm a guest, I want to be matched to a show host. Think Airbnb, you either own the vacation home or looking to be booked at a vacation home. In this case, Richard Newhouse, the host of the show, is looking to be matched to a show guest. Select that. And then his category is business. He's looking for people that are influencers, visionaries in the business arena. And then this is the most important part as well. Why would this be a good fit or good match? So I've just selected actually some content from your profile. You can just copy and paste from there. In this case, he's looking to interview influential people, consider themselves as visionaries, influencers, and then that's it. In probably 5 seconds, all the information's filled out. You just got to plug in why you'd be a good fit. It's going to include a direct link to your member profile. I'm not a robot. And voila, I hit submit. And in less time than you watch the video, your entire process is complete. So it'll show that you've submitted a new guest request. And then here's what happens on the other end. So both members will get an email. Richard Newhouse will get an email saying, hey, thanks for submitting a guest request. And you basically open that. It'll pretty much just confirm everything you submitted as a podcast podcaster, if you will. And then if we go back to the inbox, Nick also will, let me see. Nick will also get, we get a couple of emails. Nick will also get an automatic email saying that there is a guest request being sent on behalf of Richard Newhouse. He's looking for a show guest. And again, there's the message of why it'd be a good fit. So I'll just pause here for a second. This is not coming from a robot or spam. So we do ask that if you receive an email from a fellow member, please take a minute to respond, a courtesy response, or confirm the booking. And again, in the email, it's going to give you all the instructions of great. You have a request. Just go to your dashboard. From your dashboard, you'll see right here your guest request. So let's take a look at that. So now let's move over to Nick Simpson's. So he logs in as a guest, and he'll see that he's got a guest request pending. So you go to the to that, and then because our free members are paying per booking, it's kind of a pay-as-you-go option. Our rock stars get unlimited booking requests and can submit booking requests. In this case, we've added credits into your account. So we have a lot of options where you can receive member credits, but let's accept this guest request. It looks good. I previewed Richard Newhouse's information. I definitely would like to share the vision and the influence of the Podcast World Tour. And normally it's going to prompt you for a credit card, but if you've attended some of our community events and you've done some things, we love giving out member credits. So in this case, it's basically going to be free because I'm going to use 16 of my $32 credits. I'm going to continue with accepting that and then watch the magic happen. Now the system's going to connect the two members and then the members will take it from there. Okay, let's flip the tables. And now we've seen a Rockstar paid membership, which receives unlimited guest bookings and can submit unlimited booking requests. Let's look at a Rising Star, which is our free option. And again, let's look at Nick Simpson with the Podcast World Tour. And so he received a request from Richard Newhouse to be on his podcast. So that worked out pretty cool. So then he's thinking, well, let me submit a request out to all the podcasters so I can be a guest on their show, kind of do the reverse of that. So basically Richard or Nick would go right to his dashboard. Again, he's going to see this link here, just like the Rockstar did with free bookings. But when you click here, it's going to direct you to the paid option. And again, this is a minimal amount. I mean, most podcast agencies, you may not be aware, charge upwards of $250 plus per single booking. It's not unusual to push to the $500 or $2,500 mark. So, and I won't get too much detail, but this part of this funding helps support this our initiative for Podcasting for Good. You can check out our mission later on the site. But meanwhile, so Nick goes, well, that was kind of cool. I got a request from a podcaster. Let me submit a request so I can be on podcast. So again, we go to a dashboard, click here to submit the request, and then sounds good. So let me go ahead and order that. And again, if you've attended our events or from some other opportunities, we do issue member credits quite often. So in this case, he's used $16 to $32 in his credits. He's going to use the other $16. So again, there was technically no charge at this point because we did receive member credits in your account. And then off to the races. Once that's been either paid for or using member credits, then this is the other side. As a guest, Nick with the Podcast World Tour wants to submit a guest to be on a podcast. So here, Nick is going to select, I want to be matched to a podcast show host. We can't express how important this is. That again, Nick is a guest. He wants to be matched to a host. And then he's going to pick his topic. Let's do purpose in relationships, right? Because that's what the tour is about, is helping people. So then he's going to put in information about why he would be a good fit, and basically sharing. And again, you can just copy from your profile as well. But here's going to show how to submit or what the tour is about. It's going to include a link to his member profile, Not a Robot, and done. And once that's submit, you're off to the races.